every production, I think that's pretty clear, wants the best possible protection for employees and machines. And of course, it should be flexible and easy. And regarding this, our next presenter will tell us some suitable solutions for your production as a customer. So I guess it's very important to you. And he will explain also economic concepts for active and passive safety. So, stage is yours, Tomasz Zasinowski.
Thank you. And hello. We are talking about safety now, which is, I think, quite an important topic. Is it? Totally. We are dealing with safety every day. Do you drive a car? What do you do to be safe in your car?
Yeah.
You fasten the seatbelt, most probably.
Yes, sure. Yeah.
Most probably your car also has an airbag.
Yeah, right.
That would protect you in case of an accident. But what has the biggest influence on the safety of the car is actually its design. And the same story is when we are talking about safety in automation. So the biggest influence on the safety of the machine is its design. But if there's still some risk on the machine that is not, let's say, tolerable, you need to use some additional measures, some additional technical measures. And that's where you can find our products, Murrelektronik products, as some additional technical measures to reduce the risk on your machine. What's the most popular safety device that you could think of? The most common one?
Airbag?
That's for the car. And for the machine? An emergency stop. Yeah, an emergency stop button. So starting with an emergency stop. Another popular safety device that you could think of? Light curtains. So different types of safety devices, safety sensors, the OSSD sensors, door switches, and so on. But when we go one step further from the sensors, then you have some logic. And the most popular solution, I guess, would be a safety relay. I think still like 60-70% of safety applications are realized with safety relays. And then another step, which is getting more and more popular, are safety I/O devices. Either passive safety devices or active safety devices. I would like to show you today three safety concepts, three installation safety concepts with Murrelektronik products to make your safety installation easier. The first topic is a traditional solution based on safety relays. This is an example of a topology with a safety relay, which is a point-to-point connection. So you have a safety relay in your control cabinet, and you have your safety devices that are connected directly to the control cabinet. It is, of course, a very proven solution, a well-tried solution. And as I said, I guess 60-70% of simple safety applications are prepared in such a way. What is easy about it? You don't need a special software or programming knowledge because there is no safety PLC in this case. The safety logic is in the safety relay. The only thing you need to follow is the installation guideline so that you know how to prepare the installation. What could be a bit problematic or what takes your time and effort in this case is the installation itself. So you need to prepare the wiring for every device in your application. To make it easier, Safety Made Easy comes with a passive distribution box, either for electronical devices, OSSD sensors and so on, safety outputs, or for electromechanical sensors like this one here, with or without feedback. Another step, and could be a passive safety solution, which allows you to integrate safety outputs in your decentralized I/O system. The idea about it, if you have an I/O module, like Cube K3 module, for example, you have a standard power for the electronic of the module, you have the communication, and separately comes the power over a safety relay to switch off the group or groups of safety outputs in a safe manner. Such a passive solution could be realized also with IO-Link. Are you familiar with the IO-Link technology already? I guess so. It is also a very popular topic at the moment. In the IO-Link class B port, power for the sensor, pin 1 and pin 3, pin 4 for the IO-Link communication. In addition to that, in the class B port, you have pin 2 and 5 for the actuator power. If this actuator power is galvanically separated from pin 1 and 3, you can use it also for safety applications. If you bring this power over, for example, a safety relay, you can switch it off in a safe manner in IO-Link hub, which has a galvanic separation and a group of safety outputs. Or you could use, for example, a safety valve and switch off power for the valves in a safe manner with this idea. One step further, active safety solution. If you imagine your network in the machine, normally you have a controller. Quite often the controller has also a web interface. You have your IP67, IP20 devices. You have different types of actuator sensors, robots, drive systems, and so on. And in modern field bus systems, it is also all available on a wireless basis. If you consider now a safety PLC in your network, it doesn't have to be an additional one. You could exchange the standard one. You could use in the same network also the standard components. So both standard communication and safety communication in your already functioning network. A perfect example of such an active safety solution is our MVK safety module, which gives you the high flexibility of using both safety inputs and outputs in one module, which allows you to use standard electromechanical e-stop devices, OSSD devices, door switches, and so on, whatever you could think of regarding safety devices. Gives you the comprehensive diagnostic options over LEDs, over diagnostic messages to the PLC, over the web server. And of course, it gives you all the perfect benefits of an IP67 decentralized solution. Even more with Murrelektronik, safety made easy. You get the option to combine both the active and passive safety solutions. We do the tests, we do the application notes, we do the workshops just to show you how to make it easy, how to parameterize the device, how to configure the device, how to connect different types of the sensors or actuators you're using with different types of adapters, and even to make your safety calculation easier with Sistema libraries. Instead of using your calculator, pen, and a paper, you could use the Sistema software to do the safety calculation of your machine, of your application easier. Any questions to our safety solutions?
So, thank you, Mr. Zasinowski. Any questions? I think there are no questions for now, but I would like to know from you, do I need a standard controller and a safety controller?
In case you are using a safety controller, it is most often suitable to perform also standard tasks. So if you have a safety controller in your network, it's enough to use it for both standard communication and the safety communication. So you can have your standard components and the safety components in one network if you are using the safety PLC, which saves the effort for the programming, the additional components, and so on, saves time during the installation.
Okay. So, thank you very much, Mr. Zasinowski, for your outstanding concepts in security. Meine Damen und Herren, um 15 Uhr geht es gleich bei uns weiter mit dem Vortrag Mechatronische Elemente.